Imitation is often the sincerest form of flattery, but there's a fine line between complimenting a classic and ripping it off. Team Reptile of Lethal League fame is on the right side of the debate with Rush Cyberfunk, a tribute to Jet Set Radio, which feels partly like a spiritual successor. However, that sense of style isn't achieved by simply copying the same art style. It's seen in the animations, which are fluid and natural during gameplay, but seemingly more canned in cutscenes, or the expressionless faces, with that slight hint of texture blurring. It's in the black bars present during cinematics, the cinematic angle when the coppers suddenly show up to shut you down. From almost every angle, Rush Cyberfunk is an homage to the adventures of Beat and the GGs. That's more than enough for some players who want to recapture that same magic that Jet Set Radio offered all those years ago. For those seeking a true blue sequel, or something that expands on the brilliance of its inspiration, it's a tougher recommendation. At the end of the day, it ultimately depends on what you want from the experience. Story-wise, at least, Rush Cyberfunk does a lot to separate itself. Yes, you're in a crew that's competing against others for territory, but you're not just automatically the good guys. Instead, you start as a foe, a mysterious individual and member of the Big Three in a police lockup. The Big Three are a fairly big deal in New Amsterdam. They rule over the 5 boroughs, yet are each other's biggest rivals. After being set free by Trice, Foe is decapitated by another member of the Big Three, DJ Cyber, who heads Futurism, his own crew. He awakens in a hideout with Trice and Bell present, inhabiting the same body but a brand new cyber head, going by Red, and seeking to recover his original head and memories. The Bomb Rush crew set their sights on All City, hoping to compete with DJ Cyber while solving the mysteries of the Big Three's fall. It's an interesting journey of self-discovery, digging through memories and discerning one's identity, which ventures to some incredibly strange places within Red's mind. The story is told through extensive cutscenes with some well-rounded customization. Trice is laid back, but serious when it comes to getting the job done. Belle may seem preoccupied with her phone, yet otherwise enthusiastic with her crew. Meanwhile, Red is an enigma, trying to sort out his new life. The rival crews are also brimming with personality, whether it's the intimidating Eclipse or the toxic Eclipse. I'm somewhat partial to the old heads, an aging crew that touts itself as old school, don't judge me, while mediating crew battles. DJ Cyber fills the role of an over-the-top villain quite well, though it's clear there's more going on than meets the eye. As prominent as Rush Cyberfunk's story is, it's shockingly simple in the execution. Players start in their hideout and venture out to a rival gang's territory. You'll explore the borough, tagging graffiti over the ladder zone to earn rep and establish your presence. They'll blow you off at first, but complete individual tasks for different crew members, from earning 5-time multiplayers to reaching a certain score within the time limit, and a crew battle begins. This is where your crew must score more points than the other in 2 minutes. It's somewhat of a test of your knowledge of a level, but considering the game's overall challenge, leaning corners and riding walls during grinds makes it easy to rack up the multipliers necessary for success. Of course, you have some run-ins with the police here and there, but that's more or less the same formula. It can feel monotonous, though levels are fun, whether it's exploring downtown and grinding on tram tracks or bouncing off cars and navigating bus depots. They become more intriguing as time goes on, with a decent sense of scale as you mentally map out the best ways to reach certain spots for graffiti. You also have little signposts to hit consecutively to unlock different outfits for characters, different graffiti designs to unlock. Compared to Jet Set Radio, the controls in Rush Cyberfunk make it extremely easy to jump in. Everything from grinding to performing tricks feels fluid and responsive. It does take away somewhat from the challenge, but it's not the worst trade-off, and unique moves for each characters, from Red performing a manual on a skateboard to Belle sliding to keep a combo going, and a bit more flavor. There's also the Boost Pack, which allows for mid-air dashes and quickly boosting on the ground. Performing tricks or collecting specific items restores boosts, and overall, it adds some much-needed bursts of speed when exploring the environment. The tagging could have been more involved. There's no fail condition when starting one. Move the right stick to each point on the screen to make a design, and you're done. to the point where I was just wiggling it around just to get it done quicker. The so-called combat can also feel a bit awkward at times. Kicking off enemies and spraying them looks neat, but awkwardly kicking around when surrounded? Less so. At least the cops offer some interesting challenges, like turrets that can chain you down, necessitating different tricks to get free. There are larger bosses to tackle, and while few and far between, they do spice things up further. Overall, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk more or less achieves what it sets out to be. It's not trying to break the mold so much as to cater to those who love Jet Set Radio, which I can respect. Some more variety to the gameplay and additional content would have been nice though. If Bomb Rush Cyberfunk achieves anything, it's in proving that there's truly no such thing as the end on the streets. It's a story that will live on, hopefully creating as many interpretations of Jet Set Radio's legacy as it does glorious homages. Maybe this could serve as a base for Team Reptile to flesh out its ambition and flex its design muscles. For now, I'm just content in basking in the nostalgia, even if it doesn't outright transport me back to the glory days of the Dreamcast. Hey, did you know that we at Gaming Bolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.